Hi, welcome to FunUntitled, where the podcast we serve every episode with an FU. And this is a special episode because I'm Annie and I'm hosting the roast of Minty.
I'm Minty. I'm being roasted.
So, as we know, it's Minty's 5th birthday. It's a really big milestone for Minty.
I'm gonna sue people for slander.
Well, let's not do that, 5-year-old Minty. So, I don't know if we do this a yearly tradition, but we like to shit on each other.
Last time it was 2 years ago.
So, Minty, what do you think this episode is going to be about?
How you love all my opinions and thoughts and want more recommendations from me, even though I think you've hated everything I've recommended except Sakamoto Days.
I didn't hate Kuroko no Basket.
That is true. But you liked it for weird reasons.
Shut up. I am going to give you a platform of something you always want to talk about, but I keep telling you, no, we can't talk about that. We are going to talk about the anime Minty will not shut up about. Yay! So, here's the thing. Toriko is one of Minty's favorite manga/animes, and Minty always want to talk about it. But I know Minty, they have a lot of fond memories of Toriko, but they cannot recount it off the top of their head. So I made a PowerPoint presentation with manga panels, so that way to let Minty talk about their favorite series, but not look like a dumbass and be like, oh, I forget what happened, but I remember something cool.
This is way too much work for an okay series.
Well, guess what? I had to read, I did up to the Pufferwell arc.
You did up to the... There's 3 arcs then. That's not even considered arcs.
Yeah, and the first 2 are really short.
Oh my god.
So, disclaimer, we don't condone the artist's action. If you want to know more about it, research it yourself. But basically, just so you know, I'm fair saying it just to get demonetized.
Oh, we're monetizing this shit right now?
Well, I'm just saying.
Just Google on your own.
Google on your own. It's not that bad. Everything was consensual, but everything was if you pay someone for it, it's consensual.
I actually have no idea what Annie's talking about.
Look, I understand, Minty, that you love Toriko. I doubt you remember everything, so I did put some manga panels up here so you can remember.
Screw you, I remember a lot.
Oh, well, let's see how much you remember, bitch. Komatsu first meets Toriko, literally fishing. Why is that offensive? It's because that's what Gon did in Hunter x Hunter. And Komatsu's like, oh, are you the gourmet hunter? And Toriko's like, yes, I am. I had a crossover episode with One Piece and Dragon Ball Z. That's technically considered my pilot episode for this series. Because it is.
What?
Yeah, technically, Toriko and Komatsu meeting is considered episode 2.
What? I didn't know this.
It should have been called up episode 0, to be honest.
Holy shit. Wait, so is Komatsu not in the...
Oh, I don't know. We didn't watch it. All I know is that I think they kind of threw everything out the window because Sunny was there and he's like, I'm so excited that this ship is named after me.
Well, yeah, because there's 2 of them, right? There's one with just One Piece and there's one with One Piece and Dragon. I thought there was 2 with One Piece.
There was a manga where they all drew it together.
No. I'm talking about episodes.
Well, who cares about that?
I care.
It baffles me how Toriko was able to get a crossover with the biggest series when it's so mid, but then it makes sense when you find out that all the artists are friends.
Yeah.
So Komatsu and this Toriko's help to hunt down a Galagator, the capture level 8. And this
was arbitrary.
We don't say that yet, ma'am. Chapter level 1 requires a tank to take that down, so already out the gate, Toriko is stronger than a tank.
I do remember reading that and being like, whoa, then what are you gonna call in for a level 8 if that's level 1? Not remembering that this is a fantasy anime and everything just kind of goes out the window.
Oh, Dragon Ball. Really influencing everyone of power levels not meaning shit.
Especially when you can repress it, then it's like, well, what the fuck is the point?
So in this arc, we fight the Galagator and Toriko reveals that 1, he loves eating. He eats everything he comes across, and he smokes everything that he can lit on fire.
And he takes massive shits.
Massive shits. But his hands is called fork and knife. Because every character in Toriko has a motif of fighting with culinary tools. What is your favorite weapon in Toriko? Because I always like Setsuna's pressure cooker.
I was thinking that too. I really like the pressure cooker. But I also really like another of the Heavenly Kings, Coco, the poison one, which is an arbitrary title given to Toriko and his 3 friends because They don't have the same goals. They're not part of an official organization.
This is considered the most influential gourmet hunters of this generation.
Oh.
That's why they're called the Four Heavenly King.
Oh.
Well, you know, when your dad's the president of like the government, it kind of seems like nepotism. The alligator was interesting because there was leeches in his mouth that he used them to like hunt down prey by like smelling their blood.
Like a Komodo dragon.
Yeah. And then this one, like we figure out Komatsu's kind of useless, even though he's supposed to be a good chef. Don't
Like
worry, y'all. He'll come up later.
Because he's like this 5-star chef and like, whoa. But in this world, it's like 5 out of 10. And it's like, oh.
Moving on to the next arc, the rainbow fruit arc, as if it's not setting the tone for how gay Toriko is.
Toriko and Komatsu are totally gay for each other. I'm sorry. Annie showed me a picture of the rainbow fruit and I didn't realize how like they look like big booty peaches.
Yeah, well. So Toriko enters Biotope 8 to obtain the rainbow fruit, but unfortunately, it's protected by troll kongs, who uses the fruit to lure in their prey, and then they just eat the prey when the prey is eating the rainbow fruit.
This is one of the cool things about Toriko is that their world building is so good. Because first you're going into like natural world, and that makes sense, right? Just going to a place, hunting animals, fine. But now you find like, oh, they're like so obsessed with food and eating that they've created their own human-made biomes so that they can like raise their own types of fruits that maybe would not be able to exist any longer by itself in the wild. And so that's another reason I really like Toriko.
What's funny about this arc is that Toriko, he tries to like intimidate the troll kongs, but because it's raining, it's like washing away his dominant scent. So like he has to wait for the rain to subside for like all the monkeys to feel his alphaness, and then that's when his gourmet beast comes out, and you're like,
oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like, oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, I wonder if gourmet beast is gonna be a thing later. Spoilers. It does become a thing later, and I think it kind of becomes arbitrary.
Incredibly, right?
Yeah.
It like doesn't really do much later. And also, they're basically stands.
It basically
that do
stand
nothing.
goals.
And this was before we saw JoJo, so we were like, whoa, that's so cool. And after JoJo, it's like, wait a minute. That shit stole from Toriko 20 years before. That's a Kingdom's joke.
So Toriko, he also does a spike punch. Well, that's the first time I heard this concept, and it's super cool, where he punches the same thing multiple times really fast.
Is that a unique concept to Toriko?
I didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen at this point.
Whatever.
So they get the rainbow fruit, and this. I want you to understand, the rainbow fruit is very low level. I forget what level it was. I think it was like 10 or something. And Toriko's like, I have a full course menu. I never put anything on it because I'm such a glutton. I love eating. But thanks to you, Komatsu, I'm going to put this rainbow fruit as my dessert.
No, he said, Komatsu, I love you, and to commemorate our first journey together officially as official partners, I'm gonna put this on my full course meal. Which, in Toriko, every character has a full course meal, signifying that, like, if they had to have a 7-course meal from appetizer to dessert, this is what they would want. This is what they want as on their deathbed kind of food.
See, the thing is, I want you all to understand. He gets this dessert. It's like level 10. Then he gets BB corn as his appetizer, and it's like, okay, so that's like about level 20. Spoiler alert, he gets God as his main course. And that's like a level million.
Level infinity.
So you're starting this course on like, okay, and then you end it with like the lowest shit.
How dare you?
Moving on to the next arc, which is going to take the most of this episode, the Puffer Whale arc.
This is one of the best arcs in Toriko. Like, I love this arc. Really? This is how we're going to start it off with?
This is how we're going to start it off with. Toriko and Komatsu's on a train. They've stolen all the alcohol. Well, they didn't steal it, they bought it. And the guy named Zombie comes, and he's like, hey, I want some of that alcohol. Okay, only if you become a running gag character for the rest of the series. He's like, okay.
There's like only one funny joke.
Then an old man named Gio's like, I'm an alcoholic. If I don't drink booze, I'll die. He's like, okay, you can have the rest. We're going to get off at Gourmet Fortune Town.
I do love Jiro's fighting style.
The drunken fist, he's just an old guy. We don't know anything about this man yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. If someone later has stunning powers and is able to just like pressure point characters or use intimidation to like stun the animals, I think they would be really cool.
Yeah, especially he had like a little tranquilizer stun gun. But we don't know that character yet. He may never come. Remember when you tased the fish to death? I remember.
Isn't that what like sudden people do?
No, they use dynamite. It's the difference. So this arc is special because in Gourmet Fortune Town, I hate the names, by the way. I hate it so much.
It's just on the nose. They're not trying to confuse people.
They meet the second Heavenly King, Coco. And they're like,
The gentleman of the four.
hey Komatsu, I won't tell you what his abilities are, but trust me when I say he will help us get these puffer whales. And like they keep it all secret, and like he has like this little Todoroki scar like growing on his head when he talks to Komatsu and Toriko. It's like, I wonder what that is.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh right. His skin gets all weird.
Yeah. So Toriko's like, hey Coco, you want to work with me? And Coco's like, fuck you. I hate being a gourmet hunter with you and Sunny and Zebra. Isn't one of them in jail? It's like, hell yeah, he is.
And I can't find the other one.
But Toriko's like, hey look, Coco, I need your help. Will you help me? I mean, like, do you even see the shadow of death on any of us? Like, no one's gonna die. What can you lose from this? And Coco, like, awkwardly looks at them and is like, yes, no one's gonna die as long as I come.
The man of poison will come and save you all.
And Komatsu's like, oh, I wonder what that means. So he sees, like, the shadow of death on Komatsu. That's the only reason why he came. And, like, I hate this because everyone is gay for Komatsu.
What I hate is that Annie's showing me this manga panel where like Coco looks super hot and then Komatsu looks like a monkey.
He always looks like a monkey. Remember the creator's first series with the guy with the giant nose?
Yes.
I don't like the Toriko, like, comedic art style.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. So they go into these caves because the puffer whales can only migrate to shallow waters once every 10 years, but you have to go to a giant cave filled with, like, really dangerous creatures, and there's only, like, a less than 1% chance of surviving. And they're like, okay, be careful. There's something called a devil python that's capture level 21 that's as strong as a battle wolf.
Which is a super cool creature.
That's one thing I like about Toriko is that they really did think about the world building. So like arcs before, they'll mention a creature and then like we'll only see them later.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Toriko and Coco, they run into a fucking devil python.
I like that Toriko teaches you things too, like about like pit senses, which was what real snakes have.
Why do I remember shit about your snakes? So Coco basically he shoots poison at all the pit organs that you're talking about. You wouldn't
You
shut.
do remember.
Yeah, because you wouldn't shut up about it when we first found out.
It goes cool as fuck, yo.
And then this is a Coco. It's like, okay, Toriko, if I buy you time, will you do your super 5-hit spike punch? And Toriko's like, okay, my mind's gonna get really jacked though. Gonna get super jacked. And like this is gay panel. Minty would not shut up about when Toriko catches Coco, but like Toriko one of his arm is shot from doing the 5-shot punch, so like he has to catch Coco with one hand, and it looks like really gay.
This is my ship.
And then like Toriko's like, I want to eat that devil python, but you put poison all over it. And Coco's like, I know. You think this fight would have been over if I used my most lethal poison? I made sure to use only poison that could be burned away. And I was just like, what? It's just gay, Minty? Are you making me read gay stuff?
It's one of the gayest mangas we were reading until Golden Kamuy came out.
So during all this gay fest, Komatsu was kidnapped and he fucking dies.
Oh no!
I don't know if you remember, but Toriko made him popper so that way, like, if Komatsu ever got captured or, like, in danger, he could just do the popper and it'll scare away any, like, low creature animals.
Was it the popper that killed him?
Yeah, it was. The popper, like, burst his eardrums and stopped his heart because it was so loud.
That's fucking hilarious.
And so, Coco's vision comes true, and, oh my gosh, that guy you were talking about. The one with the stun guns.
Oh my god, not the same person as that old man in the beginning.
It's Knocking Master Jiro. And then he kind of just comes and, like, uses his stun gun because, you know, like, basically the same as a crash cart, let's be real. And he shocks Komatsu back to life.
Which didn't make sense. I don't know, I think it's just like, you know,
I appreciate Jiro because he does become hot when he's, like, younger.
Which makes no sense. He can... All these characters, at least the old ones, can like go young and old whenever they feel like it. And it's like, what the fuck?
Well, everyone's fine now. We're all daiju boo. So we're going to get the puffer whale now. We found the beach. But oh no, if we scare the puffer whale, they're going to release the poison sac. So we must erase our presence. And this page, I reread like 10 million times. Like, you know, when you're walking and you say a pigeon, but the pigeon doesn't like get flown away. You gotta be like that, Toriko.
I like that analogy.
No, I just didn't get it as a child.
Aww.
I think you had to explain it to me.
That was very clever.
It's like Coco's like, calm your shit, Toriko. And Toriko's like, okay.
Become one with the water.
And like Coco's like, you got your tranquilizer gun, but like it's like very sensitive and won't puncture the poison sac. And Toriko's like, now use my finger. He just jabs him. I would love to know the science of that. How you get your giant man Yahweh hands into like be underneath the gill.
It's love for food.
This is the thing that kind of pissed me off because I didn't remember. So they captured 10 puffer whales, right?
Right.
And Coco has to do it, but he fails 3. And he's like, oh, hey, Komatsu, I'm too tired from fighting that devil python. You need to prep this whale. And Komatsu's like, well, geez, okay, Coco, I guess I need to do something in this arc, I guess. And then Komatsu just does it, like, I think first time.
Because Komatsu's a master. He, like, knows how to, like, fillet a puffer whale for the first time on the first try and do this shit.
I always hate that part about Komatsu, that everyone liked him. And, like, you kind of have to voice his importance to justify why he was there.
Yeah, you could honestly do the show without him. I mean, well, technically, no.
No, because the only part he was used for was a sensory soup.
Oh, sensory soup is good, though.
Well, yeah, but, you know, it kind of made Coco look like a pussy.
But you could also have him doing the cooking part after.
Yeah.
Unless you talk about having... God, what the hell did Komatsu do during that arc?
The sensory soup part? Barista? So they're all celebrating. They ate it.
Do we have to talk about the GT
No,
robot?
I want you, because Toriko is one of your favorite series, to justify why you like the GT robot / Nitros.
GT robot is how to explain. It's a mechanical suit. It's kind of like drone piloted, right? Like you don't have to be there. You pilot it from afar.
God, you do remember a lot from Toriko.
Yeah. And because the evil corporation, which I don't remember what their name is, but they use these robots that way they could, you know, like dive deeper than most people would, go into hot climates. And so it just got a little confusing after a while because they're actually based off of a creature that's in the gourmet world. You know, like how Hunter x Hunter has the Dark Continent, Toriko has the gourmet world. But then those creatures made no sense whatsoever. And so it's just very weird.
I would say the antagonist of Toriko needs a lot of work, especially when it became a 3-way world against Neo.
Yeah.
The only gourmet core character I like was Tommy Rod.
That's the bug one?
Yeah, he was a creepy motherfucker.
I do like the bug one.
That's it. Look, we're done with the puffer whale, and just a quicker recap of the Regal Mammoth arc, the next one.
Because Annie won't let me do a full Toriko episode.
If you rewatch Toriko, we can continue this off after the puffer whale, motherfucker.
I do want to. We stopped after I think the Sphinx one, so we never got through to the I forget what it's called.
We would have to watch the sub at that point.
No. The sub starts once they go into the gourmet world.
Oh, okay.
Wait, maybe you're right.
Yeah, no, because they definitely. We didn't watch the cooking competition because it was only sub. They didn't dub it at that point. Ian Sinclair went, wait, I think this series is kind of shit.
No, but you remember the one where like the world was getting destroyed by this beast?
Oh yeah, that weird parasite plant thing.
Yeah, I know it's in the anime, but I can't remember if it's dubbed or not.
Figure that out later.
I like that arc too.
I like the Regal Mammoth arc. I think it had some problems, but overall, you know, it was pretty good. So Toriko has to get the jewel meat from Biotope 1 because he found out that gourmet core, not corpse, don't get that confused everyone, is like going through all the biotopes and like they stole the rainbow fruit. So I think they like wrecked shop to all the biotomes and all the people like, well, we gotta hire some gourmet heavenly kings to like save the jewel meat because God...
They hired them. They're obligated to do this shit.
I think they hired him.
You think they hired... He helped raise those poor fuckers.
And one of them went to prison. They're clearly not the best kids. They have to get the jewel meat from the Regal Mammoth. What they didn't tell the Heavenly Kings is that the jewel meat is literally like a piece of meat inside the Regal Mammoth. So they have to go inside them, this magic scuba style.
Why do they not just kill the Regal Mammoth?
Because then the meat would be ruined.
So it's meant to come out naturally?
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right that like you can take out a piece of muscle from within the body.
It's a giant mammoth. It's like really big. It has 2 trunks. So I just want to talk about a little bit about how they introduced the best character in Toriko in this arc, which was a battle wolf. Because I guess the gourmet coliseums just help fund the biotopes. So
I wish they showed more of this.
they pit animals together. Real animal abuse bullshit.
I mean, it's Coliseum style, but it's so cool.
And there's a girl character named Lean, whose little job is just to shoot out perfumes and pheromones just to calm down the animals when they don't want them to fight, and to wild them out when they do.
That seems like animal cruelty. That part is just, that part like seems weird.
She's so funny to me because in the manga, she gives herself a scar to try and make herself look like Toriko. But in the anime, they was like, that's way too sexist, my dude. She gets this naturally and just is excited that it looks like Toriko's.
I mean, it's pretty hardcore to give yourself a scar. It's one thing to just cut yourself, but it's another to scar.
Luffy did it.
Did he?
Yeah, he stabbed him in his eyeball for whatever reason.
Oh my god.
That's how he got that scar. I think he wanted a scar like Shank.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Another thing Toriko takes from One Piece.
And a lot of shit happened. I didn't really want to go over the Rigo arc because there's a lot of chapters to read, so I just want to talk about Sunny now.
Your favorite of the Heavenly Kings.
Did you know each Heavenly King is supposed to have like a superior sense?
Yeah.
I did not know that. So like Toriko had smell, Coco had vision, because the whole reason why he was a fortune teller is that he can see electromagnetic waves.
Right, and he could see in the dark. He's had dark vision.
Sunny is considered touch because like he has prehensile hair that like each color can touch something and sense it.
Yeah. Heat, cold, pressure, something else.
Yeah. Zebra had hearing.
How did you not notice?
It's been a while since I watched Toriko. I only certain angles does Sunny look good.
Another time it's a big fur ball of a mess. Like a little Karibo.
I think Sunny would have been more attractive as like a black guy if like they were locks.
Sure, but
Because he looks just shaggy. He's clearly gay, by the way, y'all.
they're all clearly gay.
Okay, but you don't want to talk about Sunny. No. What Minty wants to talk about is the character that comes in the Mellow Cola arc.
I like the Mellow Cola. I feel like the Mellow Cola really does a good balance of world building in terms of the natural environment and the animals inside of it.
And they have a prison system, and that was when we was really into Info Down.
Yeah.
The fourth Heavenly King Zebra, whose whole powers is that he can manipulate sound waves.
And like for some reason half his cheek is off, so you can see like his full teeth from the back of the molars to the front of his incisors.
He did that to himself.
It's a very cool character design.
It's so fucked. I remember that scene where like a Toriko's trying to like sew it up so that he doesn't look suspicious, but when as soon as it comes out, it's like time for food. He's like, yeah! So all his stitches fall out. It's like, oh, you motherfucker.
It's a very Jokerish smile.
Yeah, they introduced him in gourmet prison where like they would starve them and like very inhumane government.
It was all about food, that's why. The only way you could punish someone is by lack of food.
Didn't they like mess with their brains with some inmates? Like they couldn't taste their favorite food?
Yeah, very Greek story like, right? Where it's like they'll give you your favorite food, but you couldn't taste them. They would just go crazy being like, why can't I taste my favorite food anymore? It's right there in front of me.
Introduced one of the most weirdest characters too. Not a weak female character. I will say about Toriko. Shitty female characters except like 3. They introduced the warden of the gourmet prison.
What was it? Honeybee?
Something.
Warden Love? Something like that. She had pheromone powers, and everyone was in love with her pheromones.
Oh my god, was that 2 characters with pheromone powers in love with one of the Heavenly King?
Yeah.
So that is Minty's birthday. We talked about Toriko, and until Minty actually rewatch all of Toriko, we'll never mention it again.
It's a good series. The first half. Then it gets whack.
Once they enter the gourmet world, it like rapidly declines.
Yeah, this isn't like Hunter x Hunter, where now we're very invested in like Kurapika and the 14 princes and what are they gonna do and going to find it. They're gonna try find the book, right? I mean, that's kind of one of the like sub goals in Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
Is to find the east side or the west side. And then they want to stop one of the kings and they need to stop Netsuo's son, for sure. Anyways, enough about Hunter x Hunter. Toriko, it's a fun anime to watch. I wouldn't read it.
Wouldn't read it. So until next time, well, maybe we talk about Toriko again. Who knows? Because I really did like the Century Soup arc.
Oh, it's so good. I still think the gambling's the best one though.
Yes, and if you actually do want to watch the cooking part, don't go here. He only cooks like once or twice. Go read Food Wars. Bye.